there, welcome to Just Business, the show here on DarkBad TV in which we discuss the state of the video games industry. My name is Indigo, and it's finally time for the annual Game Awards! Woo! Good evening everybody, welcome to the show. My name is Indigo. Today it's Wednesday, the 2nd of December, and that means that tomorrow is Thursday, the 3rd of December. Obviously. However, what this means even more is that tomorrow it's finally time for this year's edition of the Game Awards, an event that first took place last year, hosted by Jeff Keighley, and it's supposed to be the video games equivalent to like the Oscar nominees or some of these fancy, really high value productions. Now during the Game Awards there are a lot of different categories which games can be nominated in, everything from like best soundtrack to best acting, but also of course Game of the Year. So for today I want to take a look at the 5 nominees for the Game of the Year in the Game Awards this year. Nominee number 1, The Witcher 3. Alright, so The Witcher 3 was released this spring, and I actually haven't played it yet. But what I've come to understand about this game is, from everybody who I've heard talk about it, who have played it, including watching video reviews, is that this game is fucking phenomenal. The world is supposed to be really big, and like all the side quests are supposed to be really well written, and everything about it is just so good, and it feels like I'm standing here preaching about this game that I haven't even played myself, but man, this game is good, supposedly, and I'm so hyped for this game to finally be nominated. Second nominee, Bloodborne. Ah yes, Bloodborne. Now this is a game I have played. Holy shit, have I played this game. I've honestly put in like 80 hours into it, and that is very much, especially for me, who don't really put that many hours into games. Bloodborne is just so good. It's just so good. It's hard as fuck. It's probably one of the hardest games I've ever played, but it's so good. The combat is fantastic, the writing is fantastic, the setting, the mood, and the music, everything about this game is amazing. I love this little game so much. I could marry it even. Nominee number 3, Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. This game is probably no surprise to see on this list, but this game is also nominated for Game of the Year. Now this game I've also played quite a bit. I haven't gotten through the main story, but I've put in like a good 25-30 hours into it. As from a gameplay perspective, this game is easily as good as Bloodborne, but in a very different way. Bloodborne isn't really about stealthing, whereas this game is not really about fighting hard bosses one-on-one. To the same extent, at least. Phantom Pain is good, and I could see why it's nominated. Nominee number 4, Fallout 4. Fallout 4 is also a game I haven't played because it's just come out and I haven't had the time, and oh god. But Fallout 4 is supposed to be very good. Obviously, this is nominated here. However, Fallout 4 has been probably the most controversial of all the nominees on this list, mostly because it's being so buggy. And, you know, even if the game is still very good and you can do a whole lot of shit, and most people are really preaching about it like it's some kind of evangelic experience, this game has its fair share of glitches as well. So, for as much as Fallout 4 is doing so much better than all of these other games, it also has probably a bit more flaws than any other game on this list. Still though, I could see it paying up here. And finally, nominee number 5, Super Mario Maker for the Wii. Can't even say it without laughing. But yes, Super Mario Maker is also nominated for Game of the Year, making the 5th and last spot for all the nominees. I wasn't really sure if this was like a serious nominee or if it was some kind of industry troll, you know? Nintendo is weird like that. But honestly, last weekend I played Super Mario Maker for the first time. We had a party and we played it for like probably a good 6 or 7 hours straight. The game is so good, and I don't really get how it's that good. I did not think it was gonna be that good. It is so good. It is that good. I could definitely see why it's on there. But Indigo, what are your thoughts on everything? Well, let me tell you. Honestly, I believe the prize is gonna go to either The Witcher 3 or Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, simply because those are the most polished and the most, in every way imaginable, great game. Not saying Bloodborne isn't great, because I fucking love Bloodborne. Bloodborne is an excellent piece of game, but Bloodborne is not for everybody, and it is very difficult. So, whereas I might think that personally I prefer Bloodborne more than some of the other games on this list, even though I haven't played all of them, I can't see Bloodborne actually winning, even though I love Bloodborne so much, because it's too hard, it's too difficult to get into for people in general, I think. Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain, I think, has some pretty good chances of winning the entire thing, simply because it is so good. It is so good. It is so good. And it is so huge and everybody loves it. And it's Metal Gear Solid. It's easily the most recognizable franchise on this list, not including Mario, but we'll get to that guy later, don't worry about it. The Witcher 3, I think, could be the game that wins because that game is also so good, so well polished, and it's fairly easy to get into for most people, but if you want to go deeper and really explore all the systems and everything, you can really do that quite easily. Moving on to Fallout 4, which would normally be my top pick for what I think will be Game of the Year, But honestly, Fallout 4 is so flawed, and it makes me so sad because this could easily not just be Game of the Year, but Game of the Generation. But it is so flawed, it is so glitchy, and so... finally, Mario Maker is not gonna win. So my final prediction for Game of the Year from the Game Awards is... Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. You heard it here first. What do you think? Am I right, or do you think one of the other games is gonna win? Or do you think some game that isn't even nominated should have won instead? Like... Rocket League? Thanks so much for watching. Remember to subscribe to DarkBad TV, and thank you for supporting our channel. We're still going strong and everything is nice! Look forward to the Game Awards happening tomorrow, and remember, nothing personal, it's just business. Ciao. End card, we're at fucking end card. Go watch another video if you're really cool. End card, this is an end card. Go watch a video, I'm going away now, bye bye.